Hey folks, and welcome back. This is Lucid, and we're jumping back into our game with Ulm. That is right. We have done a few things this turn. Red has empowered himself in blood so that he can magic phase out of here. Because that is a thing for Ulm. Death blood mages can magic phase. We've cast Reaping of the Souls a few times. We got 8 gems, 5. So 8 is a profit of 6. 5 is a profit of 3, and I think that's it. We cast this summon Flame Spirit, and that will give us a Fire 3 dude who can summon or forge our Staff of the Fire King, I think, now that we have all the boosters we need. We cast Dark Knowledge a few times. I don't think we found anything. We did find a magic site here by normal site searching, Sunridge, which is a really nice site. It's a 2 fire gem site. And we found Witch's Bog, which is a 2 gem site as well down here, so that's really nice. Okay, so anyway, we've done all that. First thing is we have a magic phase attack here, where we're going after Calum. Calum has some burbs. And I didn't actually realize I sent 2 dudes here, but I did. Which for this battle was wasteful, but it turns out that Caleb moved he moved another stack in specifically designed to kill vampires. And he's got in here this dude who has a Ring of the Victor, which is a kind of cool little item. And this, a really high attack, and then a Moonblade. And then he's got this guy, which these things don't stack, buddy. You only get... So this is maybe a mistake, or I don't know what happened. And then he's got these 2 guys, which I guess they're casting quickness. So these guys are going to jump back and, like, murder something. But Vine Shield, motherfucker. And this guy actually didn't hit that hard. See, we're not magic beings, so Moonblades, in some ways, these guys are like kits for Kaelasa, because he's also fighting them. So Moonblades will like blow up Kaelasa, but my dude has like 24 protection. And I think this guy jumped to the back, actually. Oh no, he's jumped forward. Yoink. And then these guys are spamming out Phantasmal Warrior. And then they run. So, that was actually kind of cool. We murdered a few of these guys. I don't think we would have won. In fact, I'm quite sure we would have lost if it was just one of these dudes. So in some ways, we lucked into winning this. Because if we did our normal thing... of one vampire, we would have lost. So that's nice. We have some more battles coming up. Here we attack Atlantis. This is on top of the fort, I believe. And we're trying to cut off retreat routes in case he marches out to fight the army that or the province that we hit our dragon in. Which actually is, I believe, right here. Or maybe a different, yeah, this is it. And so he's got, if we look at it, oops. He's got these guys. Each of them have the water lens and like an extra gem, so they're not really heavily loaded up. He's getting more budget. I think the Basalt King may have more. Yeah, he has a couple more. And there's a lot of bottles of water and stuff. And so back here, Mr. Wiggles is getting all buffed to hell. And he's very scary now. He's got a lot of buffs. A lot of buffs. And he's casting Raise Dead a lot. And now he's getting this damn Encase in Ice thing cast on him, which is pretty annoying. Soul Vortex doing its thing. He's probably above the HP he came in here with. Yeah, he's at 640. As more water elementals get in here, he'll probably... Okay, but these ones are fatigued out, and this is from the Koldar. That's why I cast it. Ghost form. And these ones probably are not fatigued out yet, but they're going to. And normally water elementals don't get fatigued out because they don't have any encumbrance, but if you have a Koldar, it's one of the ways to deal with water elementals in long battles. So he's kind of getting smacked around. He's got, what, a limp? But we should have frozen these guys now, yeah. They're all frozen, and he keeps getting Encase and Ice Cast on him. And this one guy's casting Shatter, which would be a problem, but we regen for like 1,000,000. Now here's the problem. I'm going to turn on the... Okay, so it's turn 99. That lasted for a while. So we trampled these guys. I have him scripted to cast spells so that hopefully this wouldn't happen. But he won't cast spells until... Yeah, okay. And then we got forced into a route, and then we just disappeared. Because if you're mindless and you route... This is one of the problems with the mindless chassis. There's a lot of advantages to it, and I intentionally got this guy because he was mindless, but this is one of the problems of a mindless chassis. Is if the battle times out, you lose. Like, not only do you lose, you die. So anyway, we burnt some gems, we killed some of these dudes, we caused all of his army to rout, and some of them are certainly going to have died in the retreat since they only had one retreat path, including some of the mages, but anyway, our dragon died. So that sucks. We'll have to... I put a bunch of dudes on summoning back, so we'll get them next turn. We can see Abyssia attacking Marvernian. We can look at Abyssia's Bless. I think he has kind of like a non-Chad Bless. Yeah, attack 4, defense 3, regeneration. Oh no, it's kind of chatty. So attack and defense and regeneration. I don't really like this Bless. I like the Blood Bond. I don't even really love regeneration on these guys. I mean, they're thick. I don't know. I think there's better things. But burning ones are scary. Burning ones are scary. The Just Knight. I wonder if this is a hero. George Cockslayer. Just Man's Sword. Only affects demons. I don't know what this does. More damage versus demons and undead. Knight of the Fallen Chalice. Yeah. We actually really got to get our blood economy going, guys. It's in some ways the most important thing for us right now. The other thing we did was we sent this Bane Lord here on top of Kalim's Fort. An Axe of the Berserker, Flesh Eater, bunch of cool stuff. Anyway, he gives zero shits about any of these guys. And then we have our battle, the last battle with Gondwana, right? So we're storming this Gondwana fort. And the idea here was sacrifice these mercs, because their work is done, and kill it with this guy. And if any of the mercs survive, that's a bonus. So the birds are on hold and attack rear, with the idea that maybe they snipe some of these mages. And these birds actually, I kind of probably should have had the camera on them, but they're just murking these mages in the back. I mean, they're absolutely going hog wild, which is nice. Meanwhile, these Abyssian troops are tearing through all of the Gondwana stuff. I mean, these birds actually were pretty clutch. I think they're actually about to rout. And I'm not totally sure why. Yeah, they got scared at the end and ran, which for a merc means you're dead. Anyway, we lost the leaders of this too, I think, or something. I don't know exactly how it worked. But anyway, these guys are all dead. But we took the fort, which was all we wanted. So we won the fort here, and we try to have a battle inside of Scaleria. And this is a bit less successful. And the reason is there's a bunch of guys back here that have nature gems to spam out Swarm. And then he's got a Skelly spam Communion. And then he's got these ladies, I think. Yeah, this one's going to do air elementals because she's air too. So, yeah, it's going to be a little challenging because trying to push through a gate is pretty tough. Like, look at all this spam coming out. And some of these bugs actually have poison armor negating attacks, which is a little annoying. And then these guys routed. I'm not quite sure why, but they did. I think I didn't have these... Well, no, I think they actually were in a decent formation. And we're actually taking some damage here. Let's look at some of these guys who died. I haven't really investigated this yet. But... Zweihander... How did this guy die? Okay, yeah, these guys are getting marked by the Communion. This guy... Yeah, they're getting marked by Mindburn. Which I can't remember if we got... I think I forgot to get... did I forget? Yeah, oh fuck. We didn't get anti-magic off here, guys. Kind of a mistake. I think I have it off for next fight. But we got completely butchered here. A mix of Skelly Spam and Mindburn just tore my guys apart. Plus just a ton of chaff. So, nice defense from Scaleria. I was assuming after that battle we won outside the fort, it was going to be easy, but no. Oh no. Anyway, that's annoying. And the problem with this is that... Well, there's a few problems. One is Oceania did something I don't think is generally a good idea. He just marched off to their capital rather than fight them here. If I were Oceania, I would totally try to kick them out of the ocean here first. But anyway, they tried to march off to the, underwater to fight Yis on Silent Seas. Their whole army died. They didn't kill anything. I think they got foul vapored, which is kind of hilarious. Somebody foul vaporing Oceania, because that's kind of like one of the tools in the Oceania toolbox. And yeah, Yis had Serpent's Blessing and foul vapors, so he just killed the army. That's about all there is to that. The problem with that, though, is Yis has this big-ass army here, and he could come knock me off this fort, and I have no way to really defend it. I mean, I kind of have a way, but I don't think it would actually work. What I've decided to do, and this actually turns out to not really work, is I'm going to send in Shit-Eating Grin, and the idea is he'll just storm the fort. What I don't know is that these guys are not able to storm the forts. I assumed from the Karnanak Nation in Hellenica that immobiles could storm forts, but apparently they can't. Or something. I don't know how... I mean, I know this guy can't. I don't know if that applies to all immobiles. But anyway, I stick him out on top of the fort, and the idea he's just going to cast Howl and some of the other stuff. But if Yis attacks me, there's a decent chance that Yis will not be able to kill this guy, because this guy with Soul Vortex and Howl up will be quite the distraction. But if he has a big enough mage core... I mean, if he has a big enough mage core and he's prepared to kill this guy, like he's scripting for it, he'll definitely kill him. But... if they're not, intentionally scripting for it, there's a decent chance we catch him by surprise and kill him if he attacks us. The other thing is, if he chooses to attack us, we're going to fuck him Randy, because we've got this turn. If we look in Ulm, we have a new member of the squad, and it is this guy, Omarbe. and he is amped up to fire 6. And what that means, what that means is that we are going to be doing a Staff of the Fire King. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. A Staff of the Fire King. So, okay. Let's talk a little bit about that. Well, it means we're also summoning a golem here in this province. I've decided this is where we're going to put our flame staff guy. And with all the range enhancements, I think we talked about that last episode, I should be able to blast all around here. So if Yes wants to come fuck with me, we can mess with him. The other thing... Well, there's a few other things. Yeah, we may come kill Nazca with that staff too. The nice thing about killing Nazca is it would put me in a position on this planet, and this is not a bad planet to be on, and that it would give me a way to naturally contest Yis. The problem is that Yis will have stuff all on the coast, but I don't even think I care. I don't think I care. I think I need to get in a position to fight Yis, and I'm not exactly sure when and how to do that. But I don't know. I'm conflicted. The conflict I have, and maybe this is an unreasonable thing to be conflicted about, but the conflict I have is that this staff of the Fire King that I'm making, which we'll show you the item here. The conflict that I have is this thing can be stolen with Wish. And if I piss... So some players are not going to have Wish for a long-ass time. But if I piss Yis off enough with it, he will steal it. So... And he may just steal it anyway, so it might not be a reasonable thing to worry about. I think I need to probably... That's one of the things we're going to talk about next episode, or next turn. But I'm, like, really conflicted about should I start nuking Yis with this staff, or should I just nuke Nazca, or do I just fight Vanheim? I'm, like, really conflicted about what to do next. And part of the problem, and you can't see this from my map, but Yis has already conquered all of this stuff, and they're already up here, and they're already starting to get on this planet. So I think all of Relay goes up to about, like, right here, and they come down, like, maybe like this. This is a Relay. I've talked to Relay this turn, and I've tried to tell them they need to vulture Oceania, because Oceania, who has the rest of this that isn't conquered by Yis, is basically dead. So just Relay having a flag on it will delay Yis taking it some. So that's probably, like, step one, I think, for this planet. I think what I'm going to do for my next move is tell Nazca I'm just going to take this from him. And then I take this, and then I move on to Asaloon, and I try to conquer this part of Asaloon. And just doing that, while it's not directly fighting Yis, it's indirectly fighting Yis. Because this whole planet's going to fall to him. And Yis can fuck off if he's going to attack me. We'll fight him, very, very hard. Very, very hard. You know one thing I wonder? We're not going to be able to tell. But we can kind of tell. It'll be close to this. I wonder how far it is from here out into, like, deep core territory over here. 9. That is a long way. The reason I wonder is because I'm wondering if we can cast Malediction. Curse of Vampirism. It's only the range is 4 provinces. With there's some blood boosters we can make. We'll look at all the boosters. One thing is there's a ritual we can cast there, and it is Circle of Power or something like that. Infernal Circle. And we can cast this here. It's going to give us +1 range, so that'll put us up to 5. We can make this blood pendant, and this will give us 1 more range, and that'll put us up to 6. We can then make these arcane lenses, and that'll put us up to 7. But 7 is not going to be enough to get deep in the Heartland from here. So we'll have to figure out. It could be that the vampires make a short trip. Like this gets us to a star, and then from the star we send vampires out on raiding missions. So I'm not exactly sure. So another thing I want to do before I pick a war with Nazca is I want to see, I know they're like #1 in the army graph, which a lot of it's chaff, and we can nuke that from orbit. Yeah, I think attacking, God, I really want to attack, yes, but I think attacking Nazca is the play. I think that's the play. I take over a lot of this. I have this, if I control this one tile, that is their entryway from this point over here. Wait, where is it? Here. Oh my god, it's their cap circle. Oh my god. So this is like a major thing for them. Of course they're going to attack this. It's literally in their cap circle. How crazy is that? How absolutely bonkers. And Patala's right here. There's only 2 provinces between Patala and Nazca. That's crazy. Yeah, I think maybe we start nuking Nazca as soon as we can. And just wipe everything out from orbit. But then I need to have a big-ass army come in to kill them. And I don't really have the tech to do it yet. That's kind of the thing. We're like a little bit bluffing. Like, I need a very proper army to come over here and kill Nazca and to take over all of this stuff. But I think I can do it almost entirely. Like, I think we can maybe get by just doing it with flames from the sky. The problem is if I get stretched in this direction, then... You know, one thing I wonder is if I can nuke Royal Malaquis. I forget how much health Malaquis have. Let's find out. 18. With no base fire resistance. These guys actually... protection 5, it's 15 AP, 14 or 15 AP damage. So anyway, it's basically going to be like 12 or 11 versus 18. So I'd have to get reasonably high on the DRN, but it would kill them, some of them. And if these guys are all in his cap, well, I don't have Murdering Winter, but I could, like, if I start stacking things, even in like Heat 3, I think it would still murder these guys. Kill his supply of production. This would, in some ways, fighting Nazca would be 2 birds with 1 stone. It would be dealing with one of the better scaling nations in the game at a pretty convenient time. It would be securing me some land, and then it would be setting me up to have a position on one of the easier planets that would also prevent one of the bigger powers from getting it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for now. But anyway, we'll talk about that more next turn. We're doing some things over here. We're moving in a big stack on top of this fort where I just have this dude. And we're sneaking out these vampires, assuming he's probably going to be arrowing them, arrowing them, like he did my last vampires that came in. So we're going to do that. The other thing that happened this turn is we got the first artifact that I wanted, which is this cornerstone. What's interesting, and it's not mentioned anywhere in the text, and it doesn't make any sense since it's a stone, you're building a stone fort. is that actually what it casts is Bramblefort, and it's only allowed in forests or shallow seas. So I didn't actually know this when I got it, and fortunately I've got a shit ton of forests. So, like, there's so many forests I have. Like, okay, that's not a forest. This is a forest. That's a forest. This is a forest. This is a forest. You know, this is a forest. This is all this Sawaki land's forest, and a lot of my land is forest. Like, I think this is a forest still. This is a forest. This is a forest. That one's not. This one is. Most of my stuff is forested. So it sucks because I can't do it everywhere. Like, I wanted to do it on this star right here, and I need to actually get to building a fort here so that I can start getting these Baobian seeds. But yeah, anyway. The other thing we're doing this turn is I'm thinking if I were Scalaria and I won this battle, I would probably come break out. Now, we didn't send our Ghoul Guardians in because I didn't want them to get stuck in the fort mouth with people banishing them. And they're hard to replace. So anyway, we've still got them here. What I'm doing, though, is I'm sending in major reinforcements. I'm sending in a lot of mages from my home planet, and a lot of them can reach from different forts. We're having this guy doing fire elementals. I've got Gata von Arkenbach. He's coming in doing some Skelly spam. We've got a lot of these communion, or the astral ones, just doing starfires. Even our earth ones that I just had in the area, we're having them come in and spam earth elementals. A little bit wasteful in terms of gems, but I think we're going to need it. And then we've got, you know, our formation is just a bunch of dudes at the front, and then the Ghoul Guardians at the back. And this, fire elementals and earth elementals are really good ways to deal with, like, summoning type units. So they should smush through them, is what I'm thinking. And then once we have this, we're going to have decisions to make about what we do next. But anyway, I think that's mostly it for this turn. The other thing that's important is we're making... Oh god, where are we? Okay, we're making a spirit helmet. And the reason we're making a spirit helmet is because we're sending Red underwater. He's doing bat transformation to head underwater. And he's going to come back as a white giant. And my thinking is when we send him attacking Atlantis, he's going to get this encased in ice thing on him too. But what I'm thinking we can do is if we kit him up with the Sculptato Volturnus, some armor, and maybe a spirit helmet, he can zap everything around him to death, even while he's frozen in ice. So that is my plan. I'll probably just test it a little bit to see how it goes. I mean, we can do it right now, actually, because I think I've got it set up. I'll pause it. Okay, so I've got a test game here, and we're going to send this guy on top of this army. And this is kind of the script I was thinking, like a Flesh Eater, a Sculptato Volturnus, a Lightning Hat. Anyway, I think he'll be pretty fearsome. I was thinking what we'll do Strength of Gaia. This will give him Regen, Barkskin, and Strength, and bonus to Nature. Then I was thinking we do Iron Skin. And then I was thinking we do Soul Vortex. And then I was thinking we do Temper Flesh. And then I was thinking we do Personal Regen. And then we attack. Something like this. I think this will just murder this stack. But we'll find out. Yeah, I think we won. I think the only way for him to counter this is to use, like, Basalt Kings with anti-undead gear. The thing I didn't do is put somebody on advancing cast spells and see how that does. He got an affliction. Why were these guys regening? Did I give him a Regen Bless? I don't think they have a Regen Bless. No, I guess I gave them some other Bless, but yeah, they would have died probably a lot faster. They weren't regening. We'll send in. Whoops, 1 second. I want to see how he does against more water elementals. Let's send these guys back in, and we'll put them on advance and cast spells. Like this. Something like this. Okay, let's just see what happens here. In some ways, this will be harder because it's pure water elementals. He might, yeah, he needs body ethereal. It's easy for us to magic phase and body ethereal, to be honest. We can do some rough math and figure out if pure water elementals will kill him without body ethereal, or with body ethereal. Temper flesh. Did he not cast personal regen, that asshole? Oh, he can't because he already has. Oh, so it gives me another script spot. Ooh, he should be doing enlarge in the last script spot. I think it may barely work. I think it will barely work. I'm going to pause. We'll summon him again. All right. So I've summoned him back. And we're going to update his script real quick. We're going to do Strength of Gaia, Soul Vortex. You know, invulnerability is actually not bad here either. The bonus a little bit protection would be kind of good, I think. Next up, we'll do Iron Skin and then Tempered Flesh. And then this last one we'll do Enlarge. But we'll also send him in with a buddy who has a Ring of Water Breathing. This will be very easy for me to do in Magic Phase too. And I also switched his gear up a tiny bit. I gave him this, which is going to lower his protection a little bit, but it's going to do Breath of Winter around him, and I think that will increase his chill aura. Yeah, so I think that will be helpful. And then on Atlantis' side, let's make sure they have some gems. So I don't know, something like this. Okay, and they'll advance and cast spells. Be a little dick munches. All right. I think we won this. Oh, he fatigued out, didn't he? Does he have a chest wound? God damn it. They didn't get Enlarge off. But this actually, them casting this on him, the Encase in Ice, it makes him impossible to kill. And then he's just gonna literally blast everything around him. It's actually like a good thing with this kit that they are on advance and cast spells. The fuck was that? Somebody... Was it Liquefy? Petrification. Alright, we don't have to worry about that. But you can see he was going to kill everything. What level is Petrification? Oh, I've got the debug mod on. We can't tell. Anyway, I think that will work in general. You know, it's expensive if it doesn't work, fine. we're also getting to the point. I would like to have, like, I don't know, fog warriors or something on my army too. But we're getting to the point, I think my underwater army will just kill his too, because I've got that moon bowl, which is a pretty major upgrade. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the next turn. So, next turn, it's my current turn. We traded with Vanheim 30 pearls for, I think he needed air, so I sent him 30 air, and then... Oh, I owe Alcara a Bloodthorn now. They wanted a... That was what they were paying me for. I didn't even notice. Wait, do I have a Bloodthorn? I do, okay. We'll just send that. In this game, and normally I wouldn't forge boosters for neighbors like this, especially blood, but whatever. In this game, you can get it basically anything anyway. So anyway, there's that. What else? Well, let's go through what happened. We cast a bunch of dark knowledges. Of course, we don't find anything. Normal site searching, though, even though we barely do any of that, of course, we find a gem deposit, and then we find something else. A maze, which is a 2 pearl site. So we have luck in normal site searching, but I tell you what, remote site searching, I never have any luck in that. Or not never. There's one game I played Hinnom, I had awesome remote site searching luck. Every other time, though. Marignon using a fallen angel here, independently, as a thug. Kind of cool. This is funny. Calum sent this group in to kill you. So he's been doing anti-raiding things, right? He's been trying to catch my guys, but I keep having different things. So this is a squad specifically set up to kill my Banelord. But what it is not specifically set up for... One second, we'll do it again. I want to see how many gems are on it. What it is not set up for is to kill an army. And he's got some idiots back here. So the idea was like Horde of Skeletons a little bit and then run forward and do dust to dust. Yoink! Yoink, yoink, yoink. He killed 2 Ghoul Guardians, but these guys are kind of expensive. 115. So I don't know. This is like $600 of stuff. Almost. Not bad. Not bad. He did take back this province. And I'm trying to think what else. We've got... Scalaria rides out of their fort, which is kind of what I thought they would do. And the same deal, a mix of Mind Burns and Horde of Skeletons. I think in my case I finally get anti-magic off, like a not complete noob. So our guys don't immediately die to Mind Burn. We've got Howl off now, we've got a bunch of Elementals. And the Elementals are just butchering stuff. And, yeah. Rip Scalarian Mage Force. We kill everything, not a single mage left. So the fort's empty. The player said he's going AI now. So, anyway, good game, Scalaria. This was his last fort. This was only like a pitched war against Scalaria. He basically got kicked off the planet, but nobody finished the job. So, we were happy to come out and do that. The other thing, I need to do is we need to start forting this. So, I think what we're going to do... We're going to be storming this. These guys are sieging. I think we're going to go ahead and send somebody out and start forting this. This star is going to be super duper important. Super duper important. Yeah, and I think we have to fight Nazca. I think that is the play. Because I need to get bigger. I need to be in fights. If I'm going to start fighting Nazca, before I actually attack them with armies, I think I just hit them with this. I don't think they're going to know. And they're busy down here trying to kill AI Patala. I think Patala's gone AI. I think I do this. I think I just equip this. We want to do I think this is tainted. So I don't want to put it on somebody who's going to eventually die. And he can only cast at a range of 2. He may still be able to hit these armies. That's range of 3. We're going to need to make an arcane lens soon. In the meantime, we'll use the Tomb of High Power. Two huge, okay, 2 Malakui, 400 something units. This is 360, but 200, but mostly Sapayas. 360, a huge Royal Malakui. I know how to fight birds. I know how to fight birds, and I know how to fight Nazca. Now, what I was thinking about doing is fighting Yis instead, right? So casting Flames from the Sky. Thing is, if I do it with Yis, it's more likely he's going to tech up and steal this thing from me with Wish, and he has the bank to do it. And he may do it anyway, just to have the item. But there's a couple forces here. We'll have to see. I'm not sure. Nazca's not going to know what's happening. We're just... Maybe he thinks Patala's doing it or something. I have no idea. But we're going to just Flames from the Sky. I think we're going to do this. I think we're going to Flames from the Sky him every turn. And these armies are just going to get reduced. What would be nice is if I had some stealthy dudes over here to help scout. But that will kind of give away... I'm not really going to be able to see unless I've got stuff over here. But scouts over there will give away that it's me. We could play it off like it's yes. I don't know. If he wants to fight me, I don't even care. Nobody's going to care about me killing Nazca. So I was thinking we were going to fight Vanheim. We may still fight Vanheim, but I think we're also going to fight Nazca. And Nazca will allow me to get on this planet and fight Yes. Will also allow me to fight Yis this way, if I need to. And it'll also allow me, in the meantime, before I actually want to pull the trigger on that, to just get bigger. The most important thing, though, is our blood economy. And that is starting to get along. We've got this place set up. This actually is enough wolves for 2 blood economy things. So what we've got going on, we've got a... Okay, let's look. Where are you sneaking? This guy is sneaking south. I think this actually is the priority place to hunt. I think we're actually going to go over here and start blood hunting this. Can this guy make it all the way? No. Okay, it's going to be a couple turns till we get folks over here. We're going to start patrolling this down. This place generates no income. It's got a ton of population. This is the perfect place to blood hunt. Well, the only thing not perfect about it is we're going to get harm marked just standing here. So, anyway, this is a good thing, right? We've got... I've got a lot of blood hunters here. I'm actually going to have one more guy here at patrol. We're going to... Unrest, this is going to go crazy as we... And we're going to reduce all this to basically nothing in the Sawaki cap circle, and then we're going to cast Blood Vortex on Sawaki. That is the plan. And we'll probably do a kind of sizable casting, like maybe like 400. It'll pay itself back. It will pay itself back. I think we're going to get... I think you get like 60 a turn. So a 400 cast would pay itself back in like 8 turns. Pretty okay. Pretty okay. We probably could also look at putting up some globals. Like, we're running enchant Blood 7, which we get this turn, which sucks because I'm not going to have anybody here to start casting Curse of Vampirism. Or really what I need to cast at the start, I need to get some big devils. I mean, some big vampires. So really I need somebody to cast Curse of Blood. And then the vampires I get from that can do Curse of Vampirism. And we'll just do a mix of these two until we've got things just booming. So I do need to jumpstart that. And maybe I just only do Blood Vortex once somebody else casts it, or once I've got these places properly decimated. So anyway, not completely sure what we do, but we'll do something and it'll be glorious. In the meantime, we're just going to blood hunt like crazy here. Down in the Atlantis front, he moved over here, knocked me off this fort. We've vacated our stuff because I don't want to risk bumping him when I don't want to have a fight. So this group has moved back. We're actually going to move them forward again. We're going to put them here. This group we're going to have hit this province, and we're going to move our big human army back on top of this fort. I expect him to move here or here or here, which, I mean, okay, these are basically the only 3 moves they can make. I mean, they could technically move here, but if I were him, I think I would be playing more aggressive, like taking this stuff rather than focusing on taking this back. But I don't know. We'll find out. There's a decent chance that this army here dies, which, like, who cares? But there's also a decent chance I raid this. And this army will be ready to fight. And most importantly, perhaps, is that red is going to be about ready to go. We've given him the Blade of Cold Iron, which is fine. It gives him better MR and is really good against magic beings like water elementals. We've got him with both of these things. I think I'm making a Amulet of MR next turn, which will be nice too. We can go ahead... Oh, we're going to make him my prophet too. So that if he steps in my dominion, we are going to yoink him extra hard. And we need to make one of these guys a prophet. I was going to make another guy, like get another one and make them my prophet. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and script him since we just did the testing. I think the script is going to be Strength of Gaia, Soul Vortex, Iron Skin, Temper Flesh, Enlarge. Something like that. I don't have Summon Earth Power, which would also be kind of cool, but anyway. Something like this. The Red Destroyer of Armies. So my thinking is if we kill this army, like, because almost all the moves, he could sit here, that would be a really weird move. As long as he moves out, I'll even hit him in enemy... Do I really want to be weaker in enemy dominion? If he goes here. Be stronger if he goes here. I don't think it would matter. I think we would still kill him, basically. I don't think it would matter. Though maybe we wait. Maybe we hold off on prophetizing him. I think we're going to hold off on prophetizing him because he'll kill him anyway. The only thing I'm not certain about killing him is if he moves his army right here. So we'll find out next turn where he moves, but I think we'll prophetize the next guy who we're summoning this turn, and we're going to start this whole process over again and start cranking out these dudes. And these guys they're honestly more valuable as mages supporting armies, like having really tough assassin-proof mages. They're honestly more valuable for that than they are as, like, super combatants. But regardless, we'll be deploying them as super combatants on occasion as well. So anyway, I'm not sure what we're going to do with red this turn, but I was going to prophetize him. I think we're not going to. We're going to wait for this army to move out, and then we're going to jump on him. We had some other kind of interesting events. We had Atlantis attack me here on this little island. So Atlantis has decided that I've fucked with him enough. He's not going to just sit here and be raided. He's going to raid back. How brave and valiant of him. Little does he know, we're about to completely fuck him. We also know that he has Frozen Heart, which is Alteration 6. So, I'm not actually sure... Oh god, I know Atlantis gets a drowning spell. I need to look up when that is. We might... I'm going to look it up after this. I don't know if we'll look it up in the video, but... Anyway, we're going to magic phase a ton of shit on him. I'm magic phasing my god, who he summoned back. Sadly, when my god came back, we lost a point of Dominion Strength, which is kind of one of the things... I hate that. I hate that. So it sucks. But anyway, such is life. We're doing Bat Transformation. We're jumping on top of this army. And... You know, this is friendly Dominion, so I know we'll kill it. Or, you know, but I don't want it to time out again. I don't want to lose him. So what we're going to do is not only are we going to put our god in, I also want to kill the mages. The mages have a lot of really good gear on them. So this is going to be not only just a counter raiding thing, this is going to be a treasure hunt expedition. We want to get both the, you know, like the bottles of water and the water. Look at all this juicy shit, right? So we're going to jump a ton of stuff on them, and I want to jump mages on them that don't have a ton of stuff in their miscellaneous slots. So we've got some of these guys are going to have lifelong protections because that's going to be pretty good in a small engagement like this. And he's going to jump in, basically do Power of Spheres, Luck, Cheat Fate. Cheat Fate, I actually don't know about this at all. I think we're going to do Summon Imps. It's Cheat Fate business. Seems like a mistake. Okay, I think we'll do that. And I've got these guys all arranged. So I've got Mr. Wiggles up at the front. And then at the back, we're going to have some of these mages. I've got this mage at the back. And then sharing a tile with him, I've got... This dude is one tile in front. He's basically doing Skelly spam. These guys are also magic phasing in. This guy is going to be standing in the back. He's going to be doing Skelly spam. This guy is going to be standing in the back. So we've got 3 guys in the back now. This guy's doing Power of the Spheres, Body Ethereal, Summon Imps, Summon Imps. This Body Ethereal will get the vampires too. The vampires will be pretty hard to... They won't really die easily to water elementals with invulnerability and Body Ethereal on them. And then Summon Imps and Reinvigoration. And then cast spells. And I don't have Conservative Gem Use ticked, so they'll probably summon more Imps. So that will be good. I think I may have even gotten one more guy. Because I was kind of... I'm a little like all in on this. Yeah, this guy's coming in. He's going to do the same thing. Power Sphere, Summon Imps, Reinvigoration, Summon Imps. All right, so a bunch of spell casting. And then I've got 2, whatchamacallit, 2 lifelong protections. So it's going to be a lot of imps. A lot of imps. And then in addition to my dragon, and then 2 vampires doing Skelly spam, and I've got this guy coming in. And one of the reasons I wanted to send so many things wasn't just to further guarantee that I kill everything. And the imps are going to be really nice because they're pretty good at catching mages in the back. Wasn't just that, but it was also... I want to have a lot of guys here to potentially pick up gear. Because we're going to basically try to farm this for gear. That's the idea. Like, if I get those bottles of water, or if I get 2 bottles of water, I'll be just happy as can be. Happy as can be. So anyway, this army's moving in. Hopefully these guys will walk into a trap somewhere, or wherever they move. They leave their fort, we're going to kill them. And I should be able to, if he goes anywhere, Like, we're going to have an army here. We'll see whatever he's bringing, right? And then we can plan accordingly. Here, we're moving our Bane Venom Charm dude on top of Atlantis' cap. Atlantis has 70 dudes in his cap. His dudes don't have a great patrol strength. I think it's like 0.8. So it's effectively like having like 60 dudes patrolling. And the way the stealth thing works is like 60 versus 90. He'll probably catch me like 20% of the time if he's patrolling. But I'm not sure he is patrolling. We'll find out. And if he does, then so be it. If he doesn't, then I've gotten on top of his cap with a Bane Venom Charm. Which is great. Which is absolutely great. So this will hopefully teach Atlantis a stern lesson about coming on land. Over here, where we have knocked on Kalem's fort, I expect him to maybe... I don't know if he's going to send just a big blob of... He may send a big blob of mages to do summon air elementals, which would be very annoying to me. So... I think what I'm going to do... What I wanted to do was like move off and then jabate him with a Ring of Returning dude so he summons a bunch of air elementals and they don't do anything. And I think I have enough stuff because I'm moving more dudes in here. I think I have enough stuff. It'd be really good to have a fire mage here. Do I have any fire mages? No. Fire mages are really good against air elementals. Yeek. Okay, well... We can't have everything, boys. But there's a bunch of things I need to do. I need a lot of pearls. I got too many death gems. I need to not be using my god and just have my god summon shit too is the other thing. But I think we're going to do this. I'm really nervous about sitting. This army I kept in this fort for a reason. It's because a shit ton of air elementals will stomp it into the dirt. Into the absolute dirt. So... How do I have these guys arranged? Okay, this will be fine. So, you know, bad things can happen. Bad things can happen. Where is he sneaking to? Okay, he's sneaking back home, which is probably fine. So I don't know. My thinking here is we've done 180 damage to the fort walls. Which means... And it's probably minus like 40, so... Because there's some cast events. So let's say we've done 140. When I come back on top of it, I should pop it. If I bring this army. Then he has to do something. And ideally, when that happens, if I sacrifice my army but I win, it's kind of okay. I think by that time, I should be able to take Shit-Eating Grin and teleport him back down here. And I don't know what the range is, but he has this Farcaster thing. He can probably actually hit it. So we'll bring him back over this way, drop him on top, and then even if they win, they lose. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And maybe I bring a couple more mages to drop. God, it's so far. Got to go here to here to here. That might be okay. That might be okay. I need more Astral Mages to do Body Ethereal, which means I probably should also switch to this, save a little money. The other thing I have to do this turn is I've got to free up some gold. And I think I'd started turning... I've got mage recruitment off in a lot of forts. I actually probably don't need all these guys right here. See, look, a lot of my forts don't have mage recruitment going. We're definitely not steaming ahead with, like, mages in every single fort. Or, like, filling up our 3... You know, the fact that we have 3 commander points and citadels. Ooh, we're not using any of that. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure. I gotta turn one more thing off because I want to start. I think we just... I can't do that. Hard decisions. Okay, we're gonna turn this guy off. So that's gonna free up enough money. Oh, we don't need to do it this turn. Next turn, we're gonna start building here because I really want to get these Baobian seeds. And I think we're going to just, yeah, we're going to be nuking Nazca over there. Down here, yeah, that's the other thing. If he wins, I can still, I don't know if, actually, I probably can't hit him from here. And this guy, he's got homesickness 25 now. And this is the play, this is his home. This is where he was summoned. But he can magic phase away, cast twice, and then magic phase back, and I think be fine. So we really have a very long range with this. But ideally, we're able to hit it from this star. So that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. And we have to figure out what to do with red. I'm not sure. Maybe we... Is there anything special we need to forge? We probably could do a shade mail. Would probably not be bad to have. Do I have a hammer I can use here for this? Oh, wait, you never know when you're going to need that shade mail. It's always nice to have. A lightless lantern. Okay, that is replaceable. I probably should be making more lightless lanterns, but I'm being a little greedy. Okay, now he's making a shade mail. Next turn, he's going to jump underwater. And I'm thinking everything should be just fine. That's what I'm thinking. I'm also thinking we have a decent chance to conquer Atlantis. If I start taking these forts, there's a decent chance I just go and knock him off this with red. Because whatever he's got on here, it's probably not set up to deal with red. And this will reset the fort. Yeah. It'll reset the siege on this fort, which would be kind of... Okay, there's apparently not much wall integrity here, but... That will be kind of good. Oh, this is going to be a big thing. I need Rotterdam, or Rotterdam to come in here and really push them out. But fuck these guys. We're going to fuck them. Stupid frogs wanting all my water. But I think that's about it, boys. I think that's about it. We've got weird decisions to make. We're starting to nuke Nazca, and which is going to piss them off. And in some ways, it's not a great matchup, but in some ways, it's a very good matchup. So I have to see. This will not be an easy fight. But for now, we're just going to thin the herds. That is our plan. That is our plan. And if we thin the herds enough, we're just going to walk in and conquer them. But I need to... The other thing I need to do is probably start moving major troops to this side. But everything I'm recruiting over here, I'm going to need if we fight Vanheim. The other thing you can see is our Dominion actually is pushing super hard. And I don't know if it actually had to do with me losing that Dominion point this turn, but look at our Dominion graph. It shot up like crazy. I don't know if it's because all my places that were full just started pushing Dominion outward. I don't know. I don't know. We're building a temple here, though. Here was where we're porting this turn. We're casting Stone Construction here, which the nice thing about this is it's going to let us get one of these Ictid Shamans every month. And they're pretty low on upkeep because they're sacred, which is nice. And they, yeah, I mean, they're just going to be, I don't have to make them Rings of Water Breathing. We're just going to put one. We're going to give each of them. The nice thing about not having a Ring of Water Breathing is twofold. One is I don't have to pay for it. The second is it frees up an inventory spot. So I can do a Water Lens and a Water Bracelet. And with that combo, I can do Water Power and then summon a Water Elemental. So each of those will become a Water Elemental every fight, and then they can spam Frozen Heart. Which, Frozen Hearts, they have part of, if we look at their Bless, they've got Cold Resistance in their Bless, like Cold Resistance 15 or something. So it's not going to do anything to them on the cold front. They also got a shit ton of Shock Resistance. And Magic Resistance. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. Regardless, it'll still be good having, like, we can spam Frozen Heart at Water Elementals and stuff. Actually, maybe it doesn't work against inanimates. But anyway, I guess we could do Water Strike then, if nothing else. But having an army of those dudes will be kind of nice. We've already got this set up now where we weren't able to get Jade Sorceresses for a long time. And we're going to be getting more of those. Also, as soon as I hit Enchantment 6, we're going to be dropping Foul Vapors on these guys, which it's coming up soon. We're going to have Blood 7 this turn. Next turn, and this turn we'll probably have... Yeah, we're going to have Evocation 3 and Blood 7. Then it will take us... 1 or 2 turns after that to get to Enchantment 6. I'm not totally sure on the math. Maybe just one more turn. We'll have Enchantment 6. Then we can start Foul Vaporing Atlantis as we push them back. But I have to be a little careful about that because we don't have Serpent's Blessing yet. But potentially I can empower one of these guys in water. And then they will be able to really do Foul Vapors. And we'll just completely wreck him. The other thing is, once the counter to me using this undead dude is them to start super combating Basalt Kings. And when they do that, I can send my dragon against them with the Friendship Hat. And that is when they're going to be in deep, deep, deep shit. Because a dragon with the Friendship Hat, and especially if I can get them this Astral Booster, which, mind you, like this thing, this is going to be so good. It's going to halt Heretic against their Sacreds. The MR is going to be great. The penetration bonus is going to work on Soul Vortex. And on the Friendship Hat. Yeah, good things are going to happen. Mr. Wiggles, by the way, scripted Soul Vortex, Ghost Form, Invulnerability, Astral Shield, Resist Magic spells. I could have him do Hell Power, but we're not going to do that yet. I'm not going to do Hell Power until I have the Friendship Hat. The Friendship Hat will let me charm Horrors. The problem you get is this guy will be running around trying to trample ethereal Horrors, and that doesn't work very well, and the Horrors can kill him. But when he has the Friendship Hat on, he will charm them instead, and then we'll have more Horrors than anything. So anyway, it's really, really good, the Friendship Hat on him. But that's the plan. Das ist die Plan. The other thing I need to think about doing is, and I forget what, I think it's in Thaumaturgy. Maybe it's an enchantment. Is it enchantment? Cleanse Well of Pestilence. There's something where you claim power or something. You know, I have no idea where it is. I'll look it up, but God, do I really have no idea where it is? Can I do Iron Blizzard underwater? Cannot be cast underwater. Damn it. I don't think it's Conjuration. We'll look it up, but one of the cool things is if I get this... I can basically pull power from a throne. It's going to give me a bunch of experience, and perhaps more importantly, if I get, for this particular throne, for the Shattered Throne, I believe I get Stealth, which is really good on my dragon. Really, 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 really good. I don't see it right here. I don't see it. Anyway, I'm not going to look it up anymore with you guys here, but just know that once I get this on my dragon, we'll have we should have him stealthy. So then we can deploy him and let him slink back, hidden and undetected, which would be awesome. Otherwise, I'd probably have to do this. The Amulet of Seduction, which may have already been taken because I think it was a lower tier. Or did they? I don't even see it here. Oh no, here it is. Yeah, this also gives stealth, so this would be kind of cool too. Anyway, boys, it's been exciting. We've got to get our blood economy going. That's the main objective. We're fighting Atlantis. We probably are going to start fighting Nazca. I'm planning, and I may change my mind last minute, but right now I'm planning on nuking Nazca. And then just nuking him every single turn until there's almost nothing left over here. And then once that happens, we'll probably launch a little mini invasion. But we're going to need to be bringing a shitload of troops. And we're going to need to be ready to fight a very hard fight. So that's the plan, boys. I will see y'all next time.